Hello, everybody. We are still talking about special right triangles. Yesterday, we focused on 45, 45, 90 right triangles that had a ratio of 1 to 1 to 2, and we set up proportions accordingly. Today, we're going to do the same concept with 30, 60, 90 triangles. So let me see if I can focus in on what we need here. Let's go ahead and highlight those hypotenuses. This is our formula chart. This is sort of the guide of what we've got here. And then I've got a hypotenuse here, a hypotenuse here, and let's wait on this one because I actually have two hypotenuses. All right, so in a 30, 60, 90 triangle, the length of the hypotenuse is twice, that's 2 times, the length of the shorter leg, and the longer leg is radical 3 times the length of the shorter leg. Okay, so right here, this x, this is our shorter leg. This is going to be our longer leg. And this is, of course, our hypotenuse, right? Now, if you look at these, this pattern, whatever number x is, you multiply it by 2 to get the hypotenuse, and you multiply it times radical 3 to get the longer leg. Let's go ahead and set this up as an extended ratio. So x would be 1. X radical 3 is just going to be radical 3. And then 2x is just going to be 2 for us. Okay, so let's go ahead and set up this first problem, and we will write this extended ratio inside. So the hypotenuse is going to be 2, the shorter leg is going to be 1, and the longer leg is going to be radical 3. Now, if I'm solving for b, I want to start by setting up this proportion using these two pieces. So 14 over 1 is equal to b over radical 3. To solve this, we're just going to cross multiply. 1 times b is b, and 14 times radical 3 is 14 radical 3. Now to solve for the hypotenuse, same deal. I'm going to use this ratio that I know and this ratio that isn't quite complete, but we can solve for. So 14 over 1 is equal to c over 2. Cross multiply. C is equal to 28. Those are our answers. Okay, now, in order to do this next one, we're going to set up that same extended ratio inside the triangle. So the y would be 1, the hypotenuse is still 2, and then x is going to be radical 3. Now, to me, it's always easiest to solve for the shortest side first. So I'm going to go ahead and use this ratio and the ratio for the short side. So I can say 12 radical 3 over 2 is equal to y over 1. Now notice I'm keeping the numbers on the outside on the same part of the proportion and the numbers on the inside on the same part of the proportion. So let's go ahead and cross multiply. I've got 2y equals 12 radical 3. Let's go ahead and divide that by 2 to get y alone. And I have y equals 6 radical 3. Okay, let's do the same thing, set up a similar proportion to solve for x. So I'm going to start out with the ratio that I know for the hypotenuse, and I'm going to use the ratio that I've got here for the longer leg. So 12 radical 3 over 2 is equal to x over radical 3. 2 times x is 2x, and 12 radical 3 times radical 3, these two, remember when we multiply a radical times a radical, it becomes just that whole number. So 2x equals 12 times 3, which is 36. Divide both sides by 2, and x equals 18. Giving us the information that this is an equilateral triangle, which means that this side and the whole bottom are all the same length. They're also telling us that the perimeter is 54 inches. So to find one side, we're going to take that perimeter and divide by 3. So 54 divided by 3 is 54 divided by 3 is 18. So this side is 18, and this side is 18, and this whole side is 18. Okay. They want us to find H, and they want us to find the area of the triangle. So H and the area are what we're looking for. Okay, now, because this is an equilateral triangle, we know that all of these angles are 60 degrees because all of the angles are the same, so are the sides. There's 90, there's 60. That means I could focus on this triangle right here. It has a hypotenuse of 18. And then it has a short side right here and a longer side right there. So H is going to be our longer side. This is a 30, 60, 90 right triangle. All equilateral triangles can be divided at their altitude into two equal parts. So this is 9 and this is 9. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my ratio inside. 1, 2, radical 3. And then I'm going to set up to solve for H. Okay, so 18 over 2 is equal to H over radical 3. Cross multiply. 2H is equal to 18 radical 3. Divide both sides by 2. Now only the whole numbers divide here, only the big numbers. So H is equal to 9 radical 3. Okay, now, next they asked us for something that we haven't really done yet. They ask us for the area of a triangle. The formula for the area of the triangle is, let me switch pens here. The formula for the area of a triangle is area equals 1/2 of the base times the height, okay? Now our height is right here, it's 9 radical 3. And our base is the base of the triangle, so it's this whole side here that was 18. So area equals 1/2 of 18 times 9 radical 3. All right, so I'm going to kind of do this in steps. So half of 18, area equals 9 times 9 radical 3. And we get area equals 81 radical 3 inches squared. Okay, have a good day. Keep working on those practice problems.